Hello, my name is Mike Konufke. I'm with the San Antonio Family Association, just one of the organizations in the Stop Planned Parenthood Coalition here in San Antonio. And we put these videos together so that we can help individuals become more informed about what's taking place in their own city, particularly relative to 2140 Babcock and the Planned Parenthood facility. As you know from some of the other videos, that this was approved by the city, the Development Services Department, from a zoning perspective, to be within 50 feet of the sanctity of someone's home. So that means the actual killing of human life is being done within feet, literally feet, of a home, or many homes. And so the whole idea behind this video is the third-party reviewer hired. Now, you may or may not know, but I think I mentioned in one of the other videos that there are two bodies really when it comes to the city government. There's the elected body of the city council and the mayor, and then of course there's the operations over here led by our manager, Cheryl Scully. And I bring that up only because the mayor has asked us, the San Antonio Family Association, we sat down with her and walked through some of the pieces and the things we were upset about relative to Planned Parenthood, and she certainly agreed. And at the same time, her staff told us that they had the Development Services Department, Rod Sanchez, the director, in their office, and what they said, it seemed to make sense also. So the mayor, back in July, ordered for a third-party reviewer, which is a good thing. In other words, she said that everything that he told us sounded correct and everything you told us sounded correct, so I need to have an unbiased third-party reviewer come in and take a look at this. Well, she had hired an individual by SMarkWhite, a Kansas City-based law firm that specializes in municipal law, in particular zoning. And in this particular hiring of this firm, we got notification to call him and to give him any information. So he was in a discovery mode to see what was going on. The city provided him with all the documentation, all the things that were necessary for him to look at it from the city's perspective. So we at the San Antonio Family Association were to call and to help him understand what's happening from our perspective. The strangest thing happened. It was only me and my attorney that made the call, but I made the call first, and I introduced myself, and Mark says, "Yes, good to meet you." I said, "What is it that I can help you with?" He says, "Well, I don't need anything. I have everything that I need from the city of San Antonio." And as you can imagine, I was quite stunned. You see, it appears that he should be in a fact-finding mode if he was going to be an unbiased determiner or opinion was going to be unbiased. But he didn't. But he did say that a couple of things, that he loves San Antonio, and it's one of his favorite cities. In fact, that he had spent a couple of years down here from 1999 to 2001 actually writing the UDC, the Unified Development Code that I've covered in other videos. So he is a partial author to the Unified Development Code here in San Antonio. I thought that was strange, that we would be hiring somebody who is defending their work that they did back in 1999 to 2001. Not quite the unbiased opinion that you would hope for. I think the second thing was strange too. He said, "Well, I hope to get this done, because if I get this done, I'm hoping to do more work by the city of San Antonio, because after all, it is one of my favorite cities." I thought that was interesting too, because what that told me is, hey, if you do not ruffle the feathers and you come back on this opinion according to the city's interpretation, that you might just get some future business. Again, not quite the unbiased opinion that you would hope for. So we dug a little bit deeper, and in a request for a Freedom of Information Act, we were able to get his contract. And I would just read this bottom line to you, which is probably the most important, and that is conflict of interest. The consultant recognizes that it shall be disqualified from representing any other client with interest materially or directly adverse to the city. In other words, you have got to do it according to the city. not quite the unbiased opinion that you had hoped for. And the second is he came back with a 33-page opinion of the results. And in this particular opinion, he claims that it is in his opinion that Planned Parenthood facility is properly allowed a permit in use of C1-based zoning district. Well, I don't think that's an unbiased opinion, and I certainly don't believe that he is looking out for everyone's best interest. But let's just take him at his word that he says, I believe that it is appropriate. If it's appropriate, then why would the city want to change the zoning language come December 9th and December 10th? And it's also interesting that Mr. SmarkWhite, even though he made his opinion, he's an attorney and he's an expert in zoning. However, I thought it was very interesting that he's not even licensed in the state of Texas to practice law. So, why do we need a redefined ambulatory surgery center language in this new amendment if what he says, it met all the necessary criteria? So we encourage you to talk to your council members and to the city mayor, Mayor Ivy Taylor, and encourage her that a vote for the redefined ambulatory surgery center amendment is a vote for Planned Parenthood. Get them to vote no. Thank you.